Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Mokhtar. Some people enter politics because they claim they want to make a difference. Others want to become rich, although they may not say this out loud. If you are a politician, or if you aspire to become one, and if you want my vote, would you be prepared to answer my questions? I do not care if you are young or old, man or woman, Malay or non-Malay, Muslim or non-Muslim, or a non-believer. We gave one very old politician a second chance, but he blew it. We gave our vote to some young politicians, but they also failed us. Lying to the electorate is like losing your virginity. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. So please remember this when you lie to your constituency. So for the politician, bear in mind that for me, the most important thing is that you are a person of integrity and accountability. I have no time for populist figures, and if you lie, you will never get my trust again. I do not agree with career politicians. These are graduates who come out of university, do 1 or 2 years as a research assistant, and then become an MP or minister who formulates policies which dictates the lives of millions of Malaysians. What does the young man or woman fresh from university or college know about putting food on the table, a roof over his family's head, and about his children's education or his elderly mother's medical health needs? I do not think that the politician must have attended an elite university. Some of our Oxford graduates are absolutely rubbish and are just as corrupt as those who did not finish their degree or do not have any degrees. Remember what I said about lying? We have a number of MPs in government who lied about their degrees. Some have no degrees and some have fake degrees. These men and women should be kicked out of office if they lie about their degrees. How do you know they will not lie about other big things and later on steal taxpayers' money? You, the Rakyat, you have to be firm. Why give them a second chance? It is because we are soft and kasihan that the nation is in a mess today. I am also sick and tired of politicians who promise one thing and do not deliver. I am prepared to give the politician time to undo all the wrongs that they inherited from the previous government. That is why it was not realistic to think that Harapan could change and undo all the rubbish from 63 years of UMNO and UMNO Baru rule. Rubbish policies that came from Mahathir to Badawi to Najib. So, if you still want my vote, I'll start off with the easy questions. Number 1, will you, the politician, lead a clean life? For example, will you and your family lead a life that is free of corruption, free of polygamy, free of mistresses, free of nepotism and cronyism? Or will you reserve the government contracts for timber logging and construction projects for your crony friends? If a VVIP asks you to approve logging or mining licenses in protected areas or in forest reserves, what will you say? Yes or no? As a politician, will you govern with or without fear or favour? Question number 2. Will you lead by example? For example, will you observe the laws? In the coronavirus lockdown, ministers and many UMNO Baru and Bersatu politicians did not observe social distancing. They didn't get any fines, or they got minimal fines, whereas the Rakyat, They were heavily fined or put into jail. Question number 3. Will you communicate clearly? For example, in the recent flooding, a number of MPs from PAS said that the flooding was an act of God. This is a stupid response. Another MP from PAS said that coronavirus was a test from God. That's another stupid remark. Politicians will blame God because they know many people, both Malays and non-Malays, will not question them and will not dare to answer back. The Malays are silenced because they think that by disagreeing with the MP, they are going against Islamic teachings. This only shows that our education has failed them. On the other hand, the non-Malays think that by disagreeing, they will be targeted by the Muslim extremists. So we are all ruled by fear, and it is this fear of speaking up which has caused this mess, which is now Malaysia. Question number 4. Will you, the politician, act decisively? When Lahad Datu in Sabah was invaded by a group of militant Sulu soldiers, the then Minister for Defence said that it was a group of old men having a picnic by the sea and there was no need to panic. The convicted felon, Najib Abdul Razak, who was the Prime Minister at the time, took at least 1 month before he broke his silence. Both men are useless politicians. We do not expect our leaders to know everything, and that is why we have experts and advisors to help them. However, we have many advisors who are paid a lot of money, and more importantly, they only promote their own agendas. Question number 5. Will the MP say sorry when he has done wrong? Our leaders do not want to admit they are wrong sometimes, especially when they are caught with their hands in the till or when they are caught with an underage minor in their SUVs late at night. Look at how they run to Mecca when they are caught red-handed. They do not want to say sorry because they think that by saying sorry it is an admission of guilt. The husband of the politician who stole 250 million ringgits of money meant for cattle breeders used the money to buy luxury condominiums. Did he say sorry? No. He stole this rakyat, and you have not demanded that he returns it and that he and his children are put in prison. Other people who steal cans of Milo are jailed for 3 years, but not politicians who steal our millions. Question number 6. Will politicians share the pain and suffering of the rakyat? In the recent floods, many MPs visited the areas affected by the flooding, but some MPs did not come down from their SUVs because they did not want to get their feet wet and muddy. Malaysians who work in some parts of town suffer traffic jams or poor public transport facilities. Will MPs travel in the crowded buses and LRTs and set off from home 2 hours before they are due to start work in the morning? Or will they go to work in their chauffeur-driven SUVs? Some even have police outriders to clear the traffic in front of their cars for them. Question number 7. Will the MP support local businesses? Look at the recent outcry about the cost of living and ministers drinking Evian bottled water. Why did they not support local businesses and opt for locally produced water? Why drive around in imported cars and not locally made protons? Do check out part 2 for questions which require serious answers. Thank you for listening. Speak to you soon. If you like my videos, please press like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please also visit my Patreon channel if you wish to sponsor me. Thank you.